Hi, I'm Trent Gustus with Keller Williams Realty. After being in the real estate business for 13 years, I've watched the market go up and down. Today we're going to look at the overall real estate market.
Looking at the overall market, you notice that last month's sales were $476,463. Now it's up from February of $472,000, but keep in mind that this number only means that people could have bought more expensive homes. So a large sale in the month might mean that it raises the market average. So keep that in mind. Last year our market average was 451,000. So, but even more notable than that is the fact that we're still really low on listings. We got 6,622 listings on the market, and last month we had 61, so we got a little bit more. But look at last year. Last year we had 8,000, and even last year was a busy market. And in April we had 8,700. So we really have a low amount of listings right now, and that might contribute to the low amount of sales because people are looking out there, and there's not enough to buy. Something quite notable here is that we added 4,734 listings in the month of March as opposed to 4,500 last year. So slightly more, but not a lot. But our sales, 3,292 sales in the month of March was numbers sold, and in March of last year 2,700. So that gives us an extra, we're almost 600 more sales than we were last year in March. Quite a big difference in the number of properties being gobbled up by new buyers. To make our stats a little bit more accurate, we're going to divide the city into different quadrants. We're going to look at the northeast section first, the northwest section. The southwest section, what we're talking about is Springbank, Discovery, Aspen, those areas. The deep south, the southwest and the southeast, and inner city. Okay, so we're going to start with the northeast. So in the month of March, we sold 279 listings, and on the average square footage of those listings was 1,229 square feet, and our average sale price was $352,000, and our average sale price per square foot was $295 a foot, or just about $296 a foot. Now the median price, what that means is where most people bought, and most people bought homes that were $288 a square foot. So, but in February we sold 208, so we're up quite a bit from February, what we sold then. And if you look, our average is a little bit lower than the month of February. We actually sold for a little bit higher price. Now the average sale price was per square foot. Now price per square foot is the most important number you can look at because it tells people that we are actually getting more money for homes. The average sale price may only mean that people are buying more expensive homes. And if you look, people bought less in February. They bought smaller homes and they paid slightly more for them per square foot. So that's an interesting thing. Average days on market for March was 23. Average days on market for February was 30. Okay, and if we look at how that compared to last year we sold 190 listings in the same time period, and those were at $269 a square foot. So this year our market is definitely up, and our average sale price for the Northeast was $322,000. The median price was $305,000. That's where most people are buying. So definitely up compared to what we saw here, in March and February. But sales numbers, although the numbers were higher, the average of what's sold, like the number of units sold, was higher. The average price per square foot was slightly lower, but that is very close and negligible, I would say. So now if we look at and how we would compare that to how much supply we have, you can see here that we have 279 listings, and we actually had 279 sold. So that tells you that we've got about a 1 month supply currently on the market. And when we look at what those are priced at, the average home that's currently left on the market is 1,362 square feet, and the average list price is 402. So what that means is the houses of the Northeast, what's left on the market is most of the ones that are a little bit higher in price than what actually sold, was at 357, and the median price was 379. With what we have left over compared to 349 where the buyers are really at. So if we look at our price per square foot and we do a little comparison, it looks like the list price per square foot is not very far off what the sale price is. And it means that the homes that are on the market maybe be a little bit bigger and maybe finished a little bit better, and that's not the most popular group for the buyers. Our listings, of course, were on the market for 23 days last month. That's how long it's taking for properties to sell. Okay, so now we're going to move to the northwest section of the city. So when we look at the Northwest, 439 homes sold in the month of March, and of those homes, they were sold at $315 a square foot, and our average sale price was $514,000. And we compare that to February, we had only 320 sales as a comparison. And of that, of course, the sale prices were a little bit less there. And, this could have been driven by the fact that we had a high sale here of 1.2, and so this changes our market averages a little bit. And as you can see here, this property, 3,500 square feet, which was a $1.2 million sale, sold at $661 a square foot. And what that might mean for all of us is that might have been the reason why our average sale price per square foot is up a little bit, because it sold for a little bit more per square foot. But that means the market is pretty steady where it was at. Average days on market were 26 days on market, and last month 28, so it's a little bit faster, but not much. And the size of the homes were about the same. Now when we look at March of last year, we had 392 sales in March, so we actually had more sales, a few more, about 48 sales more, or 47 sales more. And our sales price back then was $285 a foot, with the median price was $270, where most people buy. So $295 a foot was where the median price was at. And last year we had an average days on market of 30 days. So definitely a better market this year. And looks like the square footage on the average is about the same. But when we look at what we have for supply, currently, if we sold last month 439 listings, if we had 414 active listings on the market now as the start of April, that's really not enough even for a month's supply. And if we look at what's there, we'll see that it's a little bit bigger homes, and these are priced a little bit higher per square foot. So this is what's remaining on the market. So it looks like the buyers are buying the homes that are on average a little bit smaller, and they're buying them at a lower price per square foot, about $315 a foot, and they're buying them in 26 days. So now we're going to move on to the southwest section of the market, not the deep southwest, but everything is down as far as Discovery and everything west of Sarcee, which means that it's not considered the inner city. Okay, so in the month of March we had 97 sales out in the southwest, and we had a big sale of $2.4 million, and our average sale price per square foot is $351 a foot, and our average sale price $834. Median sale price $739. That's where most of the buyers are buying, and a $337 price per square foot there. Now, how did that compare to last month? Actually, we sold a few more homes than February 2014, and we actually sold them for more money, so our averages were less. We actually could have contributed to this would been this here sale. We had a big sale, 1.6 million, so it kind of brought the averages down. It was 503, but our median was the number to really look at, $322 a square foot as opposed to $337. So that means prices are definitely up a little bit. Now if we compare that to last year, I'd say prices are definitely up from last year per square foot, and they're up about $15 a foot if you look at that, or a little bit better. So the market is definitely up from last year. However, last year we had 119 sales, and I'm going to attribute that to the fact that we don't have very much inventory on the market. There's not that much to buy. That's why our numbers are actually down, but the market prices are actually up. So if we look at that from a supply point of view, we actually got 202 listings available for sale up there, and that's about a 2-month supply, and the average list price on those is 1.1. The buyers are looking for houses priced at $852. So, and they're all the buyers that look at the price per square foot. $768 is what the average price per square foot is. The median is $989 and the average price per square foot is $396. So that's the problem. The buyers are looking for homes priced a little bit less than where the remaining inventory that's on the market. Now we're going to talk about the Deep South. We're going to include areas like Silverado, Cranston, Auburn Bay, all of these areas, Copperfield, and these all areas seem to have a little bit of parity as far as how they compete with each other. And we're going to do an overall average on this area. Now looking at the Deep South, you'll see that we sold 473 listings in March, and we can quickly look here and see that where we at for February we sold 388. So definitely that's been the hotbed for sales as far as numbers. And if you look, we've got an average sale price of almost dead on the same, $292 a square foot, and about the same size homes. Median's about the same, and our average sale price is about really pretty much the same. Nothing's changed, and our average days on market is about the same. So a little bit faster for February, a little bit faster for March, pardon me. And if we look compared to last year, we had actually 404 listings sold in the month of March, and about 33 days, $272 a square foot on average, and those were priced at $452 on average. So definitely the sale prices are up, but more importantly, the market price per square foot is up quite a bit, and so the market definitely is up. Now if we want to compare this from a supply point of view, we've got 460 active listings, and that's not even a month's supply for that area. We've got some big end stuff here, list price of 2.3 million here, 2.4 million, and it's listed out as 1266 a square foot. That's pretty high, and we would say that on the average these are priced at $286 a foot would be the median, and the sale prices, people are looking for homes right around the 277 to 292, which means that there's a fair amount of homes that are still available to buy. And these are what's left on the market is not it's priced okay, because these market average was for 1,600 square feet. These are 2,000 feet. So the only problem for the buyer is to find a home, because these ones, the buyers are looking for homes that are priced at 459,000, 460,000, and the homes that are available for the most part are 550 to 630. So that's a problem for the buyers, to find homes that are within their budget, because this is where their budget's at. So the higher end homes that are left on the market are going to move a little bit slower than some of these homes priced right in the hot spot between 460 and 491. The next report will be the inner city market. So looking at our inner city market, 358 sold listings for the month of March, and we've got a high sale here of 4.97 million, big sale, and this might have driven our average up because it was $1,089 a square foot. But looking at our median price, it's $469 a foot, and compared to last month, it's actually about a little bit higher. For the median is a little bit higher for March compared to February. Our numbers of sales are definitely higher for March, more than they were in February, and about the same size of homes were sold, and we can say that the days on market were pretty similar. And even the average price per square foot for the high-end sale was similar to last month. So we got some big sales happening. The numbers are really close, and the only thing we had is numbers of sales moving up. Compare that to last year. In March we had 362 sales, so we actually had a few more sales than March of 2014. And when you consider the fact that those prices were $465 a square foot last year, average days on market were 41, and median sales were $429 a foot, our average sale prices are definitely up, because last year we sold in March where our average sale prices were $691 and $604 for the median, compared to this year at $772 and $687, which means that we're definitely selling more expensive homes, and we're selling for more per square foot, and seems like substantially more. Now, when we look at it from the supply point of view, we can see that we've got about, not quite a 2-month supply of homes in the inner city, and our average list price here is 1.1 million, and the buyers are looking for homes at around 772,000 is where the buyers are at. Our average price per square foot is $549 a foot is what the asking prices are, and our sale prices are $491. So it means that we've got buyers looking for homes in the inner city about 1,600 to 1,500 feet, and what's left on the market is a little bit bigger and it's priced for more money. The successful money was around 780 to 700, and what we've got left on the market is 1.1 million to 849. So it tells you that the buyers are there's a slimmer market for the buyers in this group that are looking for homes.
Realize that the market news I've just given you is based on the whole market. There's a whole other study we can do on the area that you're looking to buy or sell in. Your area may not move according to the whole market, and realize that average sale prices don't mean that a specific home would go up that percentage based on the whole market. Average sale prices sometimes mean that people are buying more expensive homes. Back when I started selling real estate, over 90% of the homes I sold were expired listings or homes that other agents couldn't sell. During that time, I learned from my clients the many frustrations that they had selling their homes.
Yeah, we had the home about, twice with some other agencies, and they couldn't sell the house. We don't know why. It's a beautiful house.
There was not any interest shown at all in our home by anybody that came and viewed it.
Too many of the other MLS realtors who'd come and show the house, they wouldn't have a clue.
We didn't get any feedback on our showing.
Last time our house was in the market about 3 months, and we've never got any offers.
It's for these reasons I have a very detailed approach on the way I sell my clients' homes. But here's what my clients had to say.
We had our house on the market last year for about 6 months, right, Bruce?
Correct.
And it's a high-end house. It's across the street from the park. It was listed at $1,299,000, and we just really didn't get any offers or any traction on the house, and we couldn't figure out why. Our realtor was really good, really nice guy, but we were asking him for more of a marketing plan for the house, and it just didn't seem to come. So in August, we took the house off the market, and we decided to relist the house in January, yeah. And at that point in time, I remember seeing a brochure that Trent had done up, and that brochure from his company explained how he used video from a marketing perspective and all these other marketing techniques to actually move your house on the market. And we were really impressed with it, so we gave him a call, and Trent came in, and after we had a short conversation with him, we interviewed 3 other realtors, by the way, and none of them had the marketing strategy that Trent has. So Bruce and I decided, okay, let's take a chance with Trent for 90 days, see what happens. We listed it for the same amount of money, $1,299,000, and luckily within 36 hours, amazing actually, our house sold at $1,250,000, and we were really happy. When we were interviewing the buyers, they actually shared with us that they saw our house on the market last year, and they looked at the photographs that were on the MLS, but it didn't really tweak their interest, so they just passed it by. They didn't come up to see the house, and they don't live far away. They're only a few blocks away, but nevertheless, they turned it down. And then when they saw Trent's video, they were really excited, and they said, we got to have a look at this house. And they came up, and they were the ones who made the offer and bought the house. So we're really happy for both Claudia and her husband, and for us to have moved this house so quickly. So thank you, Trent. Job well done, very professional.
We had our home listed for 4 months in the fall, and it just didn't sell. We had a little interest at first, but then it just died down. After the new year, we got some information in the mail from Trent, and he was able to show us the advantages of video marketing, and he showed off our home to its best advantage. it's not a show home, it's not a new home, but it's a comfortable home. And he was able to show that and get that information out to lots of people. And we had so many showings. We had, 1 or 2 showings a day. Some days we had so many showings we weren't even able to come home for meals. There was that much interest in our home. Another thing Trent was able to show us was that the market was actually good in November when we had our home listed before, and that was when there was no interest shown in ours. And there were homes selling in this neighborhood for actually less than what we got for ours just this past week. We sold it in about 4 weeks with Trent, and we're really excited to be, we got a price that we're happy with, and moving on.
This is just 2 examples, but in 13 years of marketing homes, I've got hundreds of examples of turnaround situations. High and low-end homes, fixer-uppers, show homes. I've marketed a home just like yours. So call me today for a low-pressure interview to discuss the sale of your home.